Ratri. We're very glad that you're able to join us today, and we know you have all very busy lives, and so we really appreciate that you've come to join us today. Um, you'll notice today we've done something a little bit different. We have this rope here, so we have a darshan queue. Our request is if we can keep that area clear, so that when the bhajans are going on or the kirtan is going on, people are able to take darshan, and then they can come out, and everyone that way can have a chance to see the deities. If you're new here and you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to anyone in blue vests or at the front desk. We'll be happy to help you out or answer any questions that you may have. We will now have a spiritual talk. So we have a big program today. We're going to have a spiritual talk that will go until roughly 7:15. At 7:15, we're going to have some bhajans. At 7:30, we're going to have an abhishek, and then at 8 o'clock, we're going to have another arti, and then finally prashadam at 8:30. Today we have a talk given by Bhakti Yoga Das, who I don't see. Oh, he's here. Okay, he's hiding in the corner. Wonderful. So many of you may know Bhakti Yoga Prabhu. He's been coming to this temple for well over 30 years now. More than 30 years. More than 40 years. So he's basically a foundational member of our community. You've seen him on the altar as a pujari. He's also leading ISKCON Milton, which is another one of our centers, of course, in Milton. We're very fortunate to have him here today, and he's actually going to be speaking on Lord Shiva, of course, the greatest Vaishnav. So please join me in welcoming Bhakti Yoga Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari, Jaya Radha, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari, Jaya Radha, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivardhari, Jaya Girivardhari, Jaya Gopi Jana, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivardhari, Jaya Girivardhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Yashodanandana, Jaya Braja Janaranjana, Jaya Yashoda, Jaya Yashodanandana, Jaya Braja Janaranjana, Jaya Yashoda, Jaya Yashodanandana, Jaya Braja Janaranjana, Jaya Yashoda Jaya Yashoda Nandana Jaya Vrajajana Ranjana Jaya Yashoda Jaya Jamuna Tiravanochari Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Yamuna Tira Jaya Jamuna Tiravanochari Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Salila Pravishtam Vishnuvar Paramhamsa Parigrajacharya Asto Tada Satishishivar is divine grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Ramacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Gangamayi Ki Jai Yamuna Mayi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Shri Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. New Rimuna Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shikorni Tai Ki Jai. Shri Radha Kirchor Gopinath Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Shri Baladev Shrimati Subhadra Maharani Ki Jai. Shri Ratri Maha Mahotsav Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhrishtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachadini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskacha Deshatarini. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaivam Nalotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayat. Hare Krishna. So thank you all for coming. As was previously said, we're so happy that you're all here today, and we hope that you keep on coming. We'd love to have your association. So generally, we would speak on Bhagavad Gita as it is, but today is a special day. We're celebrating Maha Ratri. So today, we will speak on the exalted personality known as Lord Shiva. So I thought today I will speak from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we don't always hear from Srimad Bhagavatam on a Sunday evening. But if you come here every morning around 8 o'clock, we have a class here every day, 7 days a week, and we speak from Srimad Bhagavatam. And I'm sure many of you have Srimad Bhagavatam at home. So if you don't have, we have a book table over there. Radha Mohan Prabhu is standing there, that effulgent personality that looked like one of the four Kumars. He can direct you to the table. But I'm sure you all know him because he speaks here regularly. So if you don't have a copy of Srimad Bhagavatam, you can acquire Srimad Bhagavatam at the table. If you do have a set of Srimad Bhagavatam, I hope that you're all reading it and not just leaving it on the shelf as it is. But get that? As it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is, Srimad Bhagavatam. So don't leave it on the shelf as it is. Please pick it up, crack it open, and read. So we encourage everyone to do that every day, if you can, before you go to work or school. If you can take these pearls of transcendental wisdom and take it with you for the rest of the day. Srila Prabhupada came here at the age of 70 to spread this message. He could have easily stayed in Vrindavan and enjoyed his last days there, but no, he came here, struggled for a long time, and he gave us these books. So the least we can do is read them, try to understand what it is that the Lord is saying, and then see how we can put that into practice in our everyday life. And if we're able to do that, then our life will become successful. But if we're not able to do that, then we might have to come here again. and again and again and again and again until we start reading. So there's one young devotee of Lord Krishna, and he taught us the 9 processes of devotional service. And it starts with Shravanam, which is to hear, followed by Kirtanam, which is to speak or chant. So if we follow him, then our lives will be successful. Right? So if we want our lives to be successful, we know who to follow. So we thought we will talk about Lord Shiva. He's known as the greatest Vaishnava. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, if we go to the 11th canto, this is the 4th canto, but if we go to the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it's mentioned there, of all rivers, the greatest is the Ganga. And of all deities, the greatest is Lord Adokshaja, which is another name for Lord Krishna. And of all Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva is the greatest. And of all scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest. And so this Srimad Bhagavatam is written by an incarnation of the Lord known as Srila Vyasadeva. So this is the Lord himself that is telling us this. So maybe we should pay some attention to what he's saying. So a little bit about Lord Shiva. Who is Lord Shiva? So we've all heard before that the very first expansion of Lord Krishna is Lord Balaram. Lord Balaram is also known as Adi Guru, which means the first guru or the original guru. So from Lord Balaram came many different expansions that we've heard of, we know, and we love. There is the quadruple expansion known as Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Anirudh, and Vasudev. And from Shankarshan comes 2 personalities manifest from him, and they are Maha Vishnu and Sadashiva. Sadashiva is the origin of our Lord Shiva that we know in this universe. So Sadashiva exists on the edge of the spiritual world, in a little realm there called Kailash or Mahesh Dham. And from him, many Lord Shivas are coming. So Mahavishnu creates from his breathing process, he creates millions and millions and millions of universes. And in each universe, so we mentioned Shankarshan, then there's Pradyumna. From Pradyumna, there is another Lord Vishnu that comes, and his name is Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. And all the universes that Mahavishnu are created, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu is entering into each of these universes. And he brings with him the creative energy. He creates Lord Brahma. So it's like a franchise. You know, they have franchise stores. If you go into aisle 1, this is what you will find. If you go to Vancouver and you go to the same store, aisle 1, that's what you will find. Wherever you go, you will find the same product in the same aisle. So like that, the Lord creates millions of universes for us because we have material desires. And he is such a kind Father, he's created a place where we can come and live out our fantasies. Sometimes those fantasies are not good for us, but being a very thoughtful Father, he gives us what we want until we find out that that's not actually what we wanted. So in every universe, this Garbhodakashayi Vishnu enters, and he brings the ingredients for creation, including all of us souls. We come with him. And then he creates from his navel, sprouts a lotus flower, and on that lotus flower grows to the top of the universe, and on that top of that universe and that lotus flower, Lord Brahma is born. and he gives Lord Brahma the ability to create all these bodies that we see here in this room, outside of this room. The trees are created by Lord Brahma. There is a soul in every tree. The dogs, the cats, the animals, the bees, every living entity that we see in this material world has a soul. And that soul is brought here by the Supreme Lord. And from the anger potency of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva is born. So there is a very beautiful pastime found in the Srimad Bhagavatam of 4 Kumars. So I was mentioning that Radha Mohan Prabhu looked like one of the 4 Kumars. Not quite, but almost. They're little boys that didn't wear clothes, but they're great sages, and they realize that this body is just an outer garment, if you will, for the real self, which is the Jiva, the soul. And so Lord Brahma, who is known as the creator, he asked them to go out and populate the universe. But they met their guru, Narad Muni, who advised them not to do that. So when Lord Brahma heard that they weren't going to do what he asked them to do, he became very angry, and from between his eyebrows, a little baby came flying out, and that little baby grew into Lord Shiva. So he's anger personified. So in this material world, there are 3 modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So there are 3 principal deities in every universe: Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, or Shiva. And so Lord Brahma in charge of the mode of passion, Lord Shiva in charge of the mode of ignorance, and Lord Vishnu is in charge of the mode of goodness. So this Lord Shiva comes here specifically for a purpose. And the purpose is, he had several purposes actually, but the anger personified purpose, is at the end of Lord Brahma's day, there's a partial devastation. And Lord Shiva is in charge of that partial devastation. And at the end of Lord Brahma's life, which is 1 breath of Lord Vishnu, this entire universe is burned to a crisp, and that is taken care of by Lord Shiva. So Shankarshan also expands and comes with Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, and he takes the form of a snake, and from all his mouths fire comes out, and Lord Shiva just simply dances. He's known as Nataraj. You know, you see him in this dancing pose. So he simply dances while everything just burns to a crisp, and it goes back into Mahavishnu, and then a new universe is created all over again. So this Lord Shiva comes in every universe, and he's a manifestation of Sadashiva. But our Lord Shiva and all the other Lord Shivas in the universes, because they come in touch with material nature, there is a slight mixing, if you will. And so the Lord Shiva changes a little bit, and he's not the same as Sadashiva. So it's explained in the Brahma Samhita that Lord Vishnu is like milk, and Lord Shiva is like dahi or ghee. Yogurt. So when you put some curdling agent in the yogurt, into the milk, it gets transformed into yogurt. But the yogurt can never become milk again. Once it's turned to yogurt, that's it. It's yogurt. It can never become milk again. So Lord Vishnu, or Lord Krishna, who is the fountainhead of all incarnations, this Sadashiva is a manifestation from him. And when he expands himself as Shivas, Lord Shivas for each universe. And the minute that Lord Shiva enters this universe, he becomes afflicted a little bit by this tamogun, and he changes slightly. So he's not, it's explained that Lord Krishna possesses 64 qualities. And he possesses these qualities 100%. So he's the most famous, he is the richest, etc., etc. He's the most beautiful. If you thought you've seen beauty, you haven't seen anything yet. So he has all of these qualities at 100%. So his expansions, such as Lord Vishnu, etc., they have those same qualities, but only at 93% or 94%. Lord Shiva, and they're the Jivatmas like us, we have some of those qualities, 78%, but minute. So we can be rich, but just a little bit. We can be beautiful, but just a little bit. We can be renounced, but just a little bit. We can be all of these things that Krishna is, but just a minute amount. But Lord Brahma has 78% of those qualities. And Lord Shiva falls in between, he has 84%. So he is not the same as Lord Vishnu, but he's not like us. So Lord Shiva is known as Ashutosh, one who is easily pleased. So if you worship the Lord, today is Shivaratri, some people fast on this day. So it's explained that if one does a nirjal fast, which means you fast completely without even taking water, you stay up all night and you offer milk, yogurt, honey, etc. on the Shiva Linga, like every 3 hours throughout the night, and you offer bay leaves, you will gain the audience of Lord Shiva. And actually, when you leave this body, you'll go to Mahesh Dham. Unfortunately, Mahesh Dham is not the same as Vaikuntha Dham. So when you go to Mahesh Dham, eventually we have to come back here. So one of the functions of Lord Shiva is, yes, to destroy this universe when the time comes, but he's also representative of Lord Balaram. He's Adi Guru, he's Guru. So there is a Vaishnava Sampradaya known as Rudra Sampradaya, and Lord Shiva is the head of that Sampradaya. So sometimes we see pictures of Lord Shiva. He's sitting and he has a little wooden stand, and he has his Rudraksha Mala, and he's chanting the names of Lord Hari on that Mala, because Lord Hari is his Lord. So some time ago, in that Rudra Sampradaya, Lord Shiva incarnated as Adi Shankaracharya. And what did he teach? Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Govinda Bhaja. And you know the song. So he was constantly chanting that his followers were actually impersonalists. But he was constantly chanting. And they asked him, and he wouldn't tell them why. But when his pastime was over and he was about to leave, then he told them. He said, you surrender to Govinda. So who is Govinda? Govinda is Lord Krishna. Also, Yamaraj, we've heard of him before. He's very famous. If we haven't, and we're not good, we might meet him one day. So Yamaraj is the superintendent of death. So when the Lord created this universe, he doesn't come here and manage himself. He has his devotees and his representatives managing. So there's someone in charge of creation, and that post is called Brahma. So we call him Lord Brahma. There's the sun shining in the sky. The sun globe is a manifestation of the Lord known as Surya Narayan. But Surya Narayan is sitting on the helmet of a Devata called um, Surya Dev, and he puts the Lord on his helmet, and he's traveling around Mount Sumeru and providing sunshine. But the sunshine is coming from the Lord. So there are different posts, and each perfected beings, if we perfect ourselves, we go to Vaikunta, the Lord might pick us to come and be a manager in one of his universes. So Yamaraj is the superintendent of death. When we die, if we haven't been very good, we might end up at his court. And when we get to his court, he has a trusted advisor standing beside him. Anybody know his name? Chitragupta. And Chitragupta has a long charge sheet. He will read out all the charges. All the ones that we forgot, he remembered. They're all there. He'll remind us. So Yamaraj is there. So Yamaraj once told the Yamadutas that in this universe there are 12 Mahajans, 12 spiritual authorities. Swayambhuva Narado Shambhu, Kaumaro Kapilo Manu, Pralado Janako Bhishma, Balira Vayasaki Vayam. He said there are 12 of them, 12 of us actually. He's one. He's also known as Dharmaraj. So there are 12 of us. Shambhu, he says, sorry, I just had a mental one. Sorry? Yeah. So he said Shambhu, the first line of that shloka, Swayambhuva Narada Shambhu. So Shambhu is Lord Shiva. He is a spiritual authority. He is there to teach us how to free ourselves from these material bodies and how to return to the spiritual world. So I want to read one shloka from the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. This shloka is spoken by Lord Shiva himself. So I'll give you a little bit of background. There was another little devotee, young devotee of the Lord, known as Dhruva Maharaj. So in Dhruva Maharaj lineage, there was a descendant called Maharaj Prachinabhari. So Maharaj Prachinabhari had 10 sons. And this is in Satyuga. So at the beginning of time, they're trying to populate the universe. So the king gave instruction to his sons, go out and populate the universe. So they left and they met Narad Muni. So Narad Muni gave them some instructions. I'm not going to tell you the entire story because it'll take forever. Narad Muni gave them some instructions and told them where to go. He sent them in a particular direction. So these 10 prachetas, these 10 sons of Maharaj Prachinabhari were devotees of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So they started traveling west and they came upon this body of water. It was as vast as an ocean, but it wasn't an ocean. And they were surprised because the water of this lake was so calm. And there were beautiful birds around chirping. The place was so tranquil. There were honeybees flying around. The pond had many different lotuses growing out of it. There were blue lotuses that we don't see on earth too much anymore. There were red lotuses. There were some lotuses that only bloom in the evening, some that only bloom at night, some that bloom during the day. But these bees, they were going and they were sucking the honey from all the lotuses, and they were flying around and they were picking up the saffron from the filaments of the flower, and it was just being, flown, hovering in the air and being dispersed everywhere. And it looked so beautiful, and they were amazed, like, what is this place? And then all of a sudden, they heard drums and kettle drums. And then they saw Lord Shiva emerged from the lake with his entire entourage. And Lord Shiva came there to speak to them. So I have to tell you something. Sometimes there are sages that sit and meditate for thousands and thousands of years. And they meditate on Lord Shiva. and they never get the opportunity to see him. He just does not become visible that often. But here these devotees of Lord Shiva, these devotees of Lord Vishnu, got the audience of Lord Shiva, and I will read this verse to explain to you how and why. So it's the 4th canto, chapter 24, verses 27 and 28. So I'll only read the English. So in verse 27, and so now after Lord Shiva meets them, he speaks. Lord Shiva said, "You are all sons of King Prachinabhari, and I wish all good fortune to you. I also know that what you are going to do, and therefore I am visible to you just to show my mercy upon you." And shloka number 28. Lord Shiva continued, "Any person who is surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the controller of everything, material nature as well as the living entities, is actually very dear to me." This is Lord Shiva saying. So purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So now Lord Shiva explains the reason he has personally come before the princes. It's because all the princes are devotees of Lord Krishna. So this is actually what Lord Shiva said. I came here before you because you are devotees of Lord Krishna and you're dear to me. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 19, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti ma mahatma sadurlava. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me. This is Lord Krishna speaking. Knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. So this is actually very significant. This is Lord Krishna himself saying that after many, many births, someone might surrender to him. And such a person is very rare. Lord Shiva is rarely seen by common men. And similarly, a person who is fully surrendered unto Vasudeva or Krishna is also very rarely seen, because a person who is fully surrendered unto the Supreme Lord is very rare. Sa Mahatma sa Durlabha. Mahatma means a great soul. Maha means great, Atma means soul, Mahatma. Consequently, Lord Shiva came especially to see the Prachetas because they were fully surrendered unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. Vasudeva is also mentioned in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. In the mantra we all chanted together, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Since Vasudeva is the ultimate truth, Lord Shiva openly proclaims that one who is a devotee of Lord Vasudeva, who is surrendered to Krishna or Vasudeva, is actually very dear to him. Lord Vasudeva Krishna is worshipable not only by ordinary living entities, but by demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and others. So we find in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 12th canto, there's a very nice prayer. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunvanti Divyai Stavai, and it goes on. Krishna is worshipped by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Varuna, Indra, Chandra, etc., and all other demigods. It is also the situation with a devotee. Indeed, one who takes to Krishna consciousness immediately becomes very dear to anyone who is simply finding out and beginning to understand that what Krishna consciousness actually is. Similarly, all of the demigods are also trying to find out who is actually surrendered to Lord Vasudeva. Because the Pracheta princes were surrendered to Vasudeva, Lord Shiva willingly came forward to see them. Lord Vasudeva, or Krishna, is described in Bhagavad Gita as Purushottama. Actually, he is the enjoyer, Purusha, and the supreme Uttama as well. He is the enjoyer of everything, the Prakriti and the Purusha. Being influenced by the three modes of material nature, the living entities, that means us, tries to dominate material nature. So we want to be, we always try to become control freaks, right? Whether we want to admit it or not, we're always trying to control everything, everyone, and every situation around us, even though we have no control, but we still try. Sometimes we find out the hard way that no, we can't control, and other times we don't, but we will eventually. So the living entity tries to dominate material nature, but actually he is not the Purusha. Purusha means enjoyer. And the name Krishna, Lord Krishna's name, Krishna means supreme enjoyer. So he is the supreme Purusha. But Prakriti is described in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 5, Aprayam iti tu anam prakriti vidite param. Thus the Jiva, or living entity, is actually Prakriti. So Krishna is the only Purusha, and we're all Prakritis. So even though we may appear to have a male body, we're also Prakriti. We are here to be enjoyed by the Lord. Just like when we say that, for example, those who have children, if you have a little child and you see him or her running around and they're doing things, you enjoy it. You sit there and you laugh and clap your hands. Go ahead, do more, right? So that's how we are. Lord Krishna enjoys what we do, especially when we surrender to him. Being associated with material energy, he tries to lord it over material nature. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, verse 7, where Krishna says, Manmano Manmamaivo jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana mana shashtandriyani prakriti stani karshati. The living entity in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. So we've heard this before, we're all parts and parcels of the Supreme. Lord Krishna is described as Satchid Ananda Vigraha. So he is Sat, he is Chit, he is Ananda. Vigraha means form. So his entire form is, anybody knows what Satchid Ananda means? Sat? Eternal, Chid? Sorry? Bliss. Ananda is bliss, and yes. So he's eternal, full of knowledge and bliss, and he's the embodiment of that. So our soul, our real identity, our real self is also Satchid Ananda. We're not an embodiment of it, like Lord Krishna. So we can be God-like, or we can be godly, but we cannot become God. Right? So the living entities in the conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which includes the mind. And we know our mind, right? It's always darting here and there and everywhere, thinking of all kinds of nonsense. By endeavoring to dominate material nature, the living entity simply struggles hard for existence. Indeed, he struggles so hard that to enjoy himself that he cannot even enjoy material resources. Thus, he is sometimes called Prakriti. So, I don't want to read anymore because time is going on. There's more. There's another page and a half or so to go. So what the message that we're trying to portray today, that Lord Shiva is called the greatest Vaishnava. We find this in 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where it mentions, I quoted that verse earlier, at least the English translation, that all Vaishnavas, he is the greatest. He is very happy when he see that we surrender to Lord Krishna, and he's even willing to make himself visible to us, like he did for the sons of King Prachinabhari, the Prachetas, to encourage them to carry on with their devotional service. But it's actually it would be a big offense if we were to think that Lord Shiva is equal to or independent of Lord Krishna. So every morning we read about 10 different offenses that we should avoid while chanting the holy name. And one of them, I think it's the third one, to consider names of devatas such as Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva to be independent to or equal to the name of Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu. So that is the message that we wanted to put across today. Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava. He is very easily pleased. We can easily please him. We honor him on this day because he's a great devotee of the Lord. And when we see Lord Shiva, we should never avoid offering our obeisances to him because he is the greatest Vaishnava and he's the greatest devotee of the Lord. And he is there to help us. So I will end here now. Thank you very much. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for that wonderful talk today. It's amazing that we were able to have you today. I know you're not able to come every Sunday. You run ISKCON Milton as well, so we're really appreciative that you're able to be here for us today. I also want to quickly thank Bhakta Gabriel, who is every week here, constantly making sure the right things are showing up on the screen. He's not always aware of what's coming, but he just quickly does it. So just quick round of applause also for Bhakta Gabriel. All right, we're going to move on with our next part of the program, our bhajans. But before I do, I just have a couple quick announcements to share with you all, so bear with me. Next weekend, we actually have another festival. It's going to be a 2-day festival called Gaura Purnima. This is where we celebrate the appearance day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's on the farthest altar on the right. This will be a really special opportunity to join us for these celebrations. So there will be more information given on the website, but it will be on Sunday and Monday of next week. Today is also another special day. I don't know if he's here, but if everyone who knows Hanuman Prabhu, he actually helps coordinate all the distribution of the prasadam as well as the cleaning. Today is his birthday, so please join me in saying Hare Krishna to him. We'll chant the Maha mantra one time for him. Together, 1, 2, 3. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He's been dedicated to this temple for many decades, and so we just wanted to show our appreciation to him. Speaking of today's feast, we also want to thank our cooks for today. So we want to thank Kamalakanta Prabhu and Premarani Mataji. They cooked something very nice, so let's also please show our appreciation for them. We also have 6 sponsors for today's festival, so I wanted to thank them. And also, if there are any representative of the families of those sponsors, we please welcome you to come forward for a small gift. So I'll just share their names. So the first one is the Thakur family. They're actually sponsoring on the occasion of their daughter Nomika's 3rd birthday. So we'll please give them a round of applause. Okay, there we go. The second sponsor today is Biti Mohanty. Is Biti here? Oh, okay. Our next sponsor is Kula Deepika Devidasi and family in memory of their mother Kamala Devi Shivagnam. They also sponsored today's garlands. Our fourth sponsor, I think, already left, but Suryanaran Hariprasad, she actually sponsored in dedication to her father who passed away. We have our sixth sponsor, Rajul. Is Rajul here? And then our last sponsor was anonymous. So let's thank all of our sponsors by saying the Hare Krishna mantra once again and again. On three, 1, 2, 3. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If any of you feel inspired or you feel that you want to support our temple, please feel free to visit the front desk where you can talk to them about any donations that you want to give. So we will now move on with our next part of the program. We'll have a short bhajan where we will worship Lord Shiva in the mood of Gopeshwar Mahadev in Vrindavan. And so, okay, I will.
It's a bit high. Yeah, that's, thank you. Jai Shri Shiva Ratri ki, Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki. So I'm going to be singing this bhajan, Shri Vrajadham Maha Mramrita. It is written by Shri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. It's projected on here, so if you please follow after, it'll be really good. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Moha. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Moha. Shama Kunda Radha Kunda, Shama Kunda Radha Kunda, Giri Govardhan. Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahaban. केशी घाटो बंसी बाटो द्वादश काना जहाँ शबलीला कोयला श्री नंद नंद श्री नंद जशोदा जय जय गोपागा श्री दामदी जय जय धेनु वत्सगा श्री दामदी जय जय धेनु वत्सगा जय वृषभानु जय कीर्ति सुंदरी जय पूर्णमासी जय वीरनागरी जय जय गोपेश्वरा 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 जय जय गोपेश्वरा वृंदावन जय जय गोपेश्वरा जय जय गोपेश्वरा वृंदावन वृंदावन जय जय कृष्ण शाखा बतु द्विजारा जय दीज पत्नी जय नाग कन्यागा भक्ति तेजा हारा पहिला गोविंद चरा Shirasha Mandala Jaya Jaya Radha Jaya Jaya Rasha Leela Sharbo Manora Jaya Jaya Jwala Rasho Sharbo Rashasha Parakriya bhabe jaha brojete prochar Shri Jana Bhapada Padma Shri Jana Bhapada Padma Koriya Smara Koriya Dino Krishna Dashe Kahe Namo Sankirtan Jayo Radhe Jayo Krishna Jayo Vrindavan Jayo Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Moha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladev Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gopeshwara Jaya Gopeshwara Jaya Gopeshwara Jaya Gopeshwara Jaya. Jaya Gopeshwara Jaya Gopeshwara Jaya Gopeshwara Jaya Gopeshwara. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. जय श्री श्री शिवरात्रि की जय, शिवरात्रि महाअभिषेक की जय.
Hare Krishna. Now we'll be singing the Shivashtakam, which was sung by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and recorded by Murari Gupta. Let's read the meanings first. We'll read the translations first. I perpetually offer obeisances unto you, the Lord of the 30 primal Devas, who are the original Father of created beings, whose character is gracious, upon whose head, which is crested by the sickle moon, the Ganga springs, and who are a festival for the eyes of Gauri, the fair goddess. I offer my obeisances to you, who resemble a moon of molten gold, who are dressed in garments colored like a group of budding blue lotuses or lustrous grain clouds, who bestow the most desirable boon to your devotees by your delightful dancing, who offer shelter to those who seek to be home, to become one with the transcendental effulgence of Godhead, and whose flag bears the image of the bull. I offer my obeisances to you, who dispel darkness with your three eyes, the moon, the sun, and the fire, and thus cause auspiciousness for all the living entities of the universe, and whose potency easily defeats thousands of moons and suns. I offer my obeisances to you, whose form is brilliantly illuminated by the jewels of Anantadeva, the king of snakes, who possess divine potencies and are clothed in a tiger skin, who stands in the midst of 1,000-petaled lotus, and whose two arms are adorned by lustrous bangles. I offer my obeisances to you, who bestow happiness to your servitors, as you poured upon them the liquid nectar flowing from your reddish lotus feet, upon which charming ankle bells ring. Obeisances unto you who are adorned by an abundance of gems. Please endow me today with pure love for Sri Hari. O Narayana, O Sri Rama, O Govinda, O Mukunda, O Shauri, O Sri Krishna, O Narayana, O Vasudeva. I offer my obeisances unto you, Sri Shiva, who are the monarch ruling over all the bee-like devotees who are mad to drink the nectar of these and other innumerable names of Hari, and who thus destroys all grief. I offer my respectful obeisances to you, Sri Shiva, who are forever inquired of confidentially by Sri Narada and other great sages, who very easily bestow boons on them, who bestow the happiness of Hari Bhakti to those who seek boons of you, who thereby create auspiciousness and are thus the Guru of everyone. I offer my obeisances to you who are a festival of auspiciousness for the eyes of Gauri, who are the Lord of her life energy, who bestow rasa and are expert in forever singing songs with eagerness of the pastimes of Govinda. The person who hears these great 8 prayers, glorifying Lord Shiva with loving feelings and with great attention, can quickly gain the love of Lord Sri Hari as well as transcendental knowledge, the application of the knowledge, and unparalleled endless opulences. This song was originally sung by Lord Chaitanya in glorification of Lord Shiva. Hare Krishna. नमो नमस्ते त्रिदशेश्वराय भूतादिनाथाय मृडाय नित्यं नमो नमस्ते त्रिदशेश्वराय भूतादिनाथाय मृडाय नित्यं गङ्गातरङ्गोत्थितबालचन्द्र चूडाय गौरी नयनोत्सवाय गङ्गातरङ्गोत्थितबालचन्द्र चूडाय गौरी सुतप्तचामी करचन्द्रनीलपद्म प्रवालाम्बुदकान्तिवस्त्रे सुतप्तचामी करचन्द्रनीलपद्म प्रवालाम्बुदकान्तिवस्त्रे सुनृत्यरङ्गेष्टवरप्रदाय कैवल्यनाथाय वृषध्वजाय वरप्रदाय कैवल्यनाथाय वृषध्वजाय सुधांशुसूर्याग्निविलोचनेन तमोभिदेते जगत शिवाय सुधांशुसूर्याग्नि सहस्रशुभ्रांशु सहस्ररश्मिभिः पुराञ्जितपादपद्मा शरत्सुधाभृत्यसुखप्रदाय सूनु पुराराञ्जितपादपद्मा शरत्सुधाभृत्य विचित्ररत्नौघविभूषिताय प्रेमानमेवाद्य हरौ विधेहि विचित्ररत्नौ श्रीराम गोविन्द मुकुन्द शौर्ये श्रीकृष्ण नारायण वासुदेवा श्रीराम गोविन्द शौर्ये श्रीकृष्ण नारायण वासुदेवा इत्यादि नामामृतपानमत भृङ्गाधिपायाखिल दुःखहन्त्रे इत्यादि नामामृतपानमत भृङ्गाधिहन्त्रे श्रीनारदाद्यै सततं सुगोप्य जिज्ञासितायाशुवरप्रदाय श्रीनारदाद्यै सततं सुगोप्य जिज्ञासितायाशुवरप्रदाय तेभ्यो हरेर्भक्तिसुखप्रदाय शिवाय सर्वगुरवे नमः हरेर्भक्तिसुखप्रदाय शिवाय श्रीगौरीनेत्रोत्सवमङ्गलाय तत्प्राणनाथाय रसप्रदाय श्रीगौरी सदा समुत्कण्ठ गोविन्द लीला गान प्रवीणाय नमोऽस्तु तुभ्यम् गान प्रवीणाय नमोऽस्तु तुभ्यं सदा समुत्कण्ठ गोविन्द लीला गान प्रवीणाय नमोऽस्तु तुभ्यं सदा लीला गान प्रवीणाय नमोऽस्तु तुभ्यम् एतत् शिवस्याष्टकमद्भुतं महत् शृण्वन् हरिप्रेम लभेत शीघ्रं ज्ञानं च विज्ञानम् अपूर्ववैभवं यो भावपूर्ण परमं समाधरं यो भावपूर्ण परमं समादरम् हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणीं जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा
It's Julia. She's standing or sitting? I don't know. Where is she? She's going to the morning. She's sitting. Okay. That's why you spend it there. Now there's no space.
Thank you. Thank you.
Out of the stump. We are going there. You can sit here if you want.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare